So let's start with a quick recap. So we discussed the requirement for the BookMySource system, and then we listed the entities from the top level. So we listed the first entity as the BMS service, BookMySource service, which is going to have the list of theaters. So theaters is the physical representation of any theater. Let's suppose as we discussed, PVR, Gorda Mall, let's suppose, and the theater is going to have multiple Audi. So that's what in the theater we have the list of Audis and some metadata around the theater like the theater name, ID, and the address of the theater. And then we have the Audi, which is also nothing but the screen. And this Audi is going to have the multiple shows in it. And the show is exactly a representation of at any point in a theater, in a screen, some movie is running. So that is nothing but a show. So which is going to have some ID, some seats, right? And that's the reason behind not keeping the seat in the audio is like because for each of the show, the pricing of the seat will vary. And that's what we have the seat as part of the show. So we are going to have here list of seat, right? Because in the single show, there will be multiple seats. And ultimately, this show is a part of Audi, so nothing but the seat also becomes a part of Audi in an indirect way. So show is going to have some start time, some end time probably, and some movie which is running at that particular time. And then after that, we will listing down the seat entity, which is nothing but character row number and the character column ID. We can take it as a string as well, so that it will better. But for now, let's keeping it char because it's a single list, right? A1, A2, A1 to A13, something like the row and the number, right? So probably rather than the char, we should have a string or number to represent the row ID and the column ID. And then we have something called seat class, which is nothing but a enum, which signifies what kind of seat that is, whether it's a gold seat, silver seat, platinum seat, or whatever, right? And then we have discussed about one of the things. Either we can keep the price here, we can keep the price here, or what we can do, we can move this pricing information to a other class, which is going to have a show ID, which is going to have a representation for the seat class, and it is going to have the associated price. So the idea behind this is if you want to specify the pricing for let's suppose the gold tier or the silver tier, in that case we can directly keep it here. At that particular time we need to move the price from here. Both the ways are perfectly fine. It's slightly overkill to just move out this price entity and have it here for a different entity altogether for storing that particular stuff, but that is also perfectly fine. We can have that, or we can keep it in the seat class as well. Okay, now let's proceed further. Seat we have covered, right? Seat is going to have the row ID, column ID, seat class, and the price. And the show is going to have a movie. And so we have listed the entity movie, right? So we are going to list down the entity movie and its attributes. What all the attributes gonna be for the movie entity? It's probably the name, right? Name of a movie. Let's suppose रन टाइम मतलब कितने टाइम की वो मूवी है, right? And then probably we can have the genre for the movie, whether it's a horror, comedy, thriller, and whatever. So probably it is also going to be a enum, right? And it is going to have multiple values. Let's suppose probably thriller, horror, comedy, and so on, right? And some metadata, whatever you want to associate it with the movie. Other metadata, I'm just keeping it.
So I just have one doubt. So, like for a given movie itself, there will be like multiple languages. Say, for example, like in English, Tamil, Hindi, and all, like the same movie will be dubbed. So,
Correct.
for that particular thing, like are we gonna have it as a separate movie, or let's say like given a movie, there is just like we'll be having list of languages, like whichever is there. In which all languages is the movie available? So, like how is it?
Correct. So for that, what we can do, probably movie can have a attribute language, or probably enum language. Matlab language can be enum in itself, okay, or we can keep a string. So let's suppose any of the movie is dubbed in multiple languages, right? So there can be multiple instances of the same movie in different languages. right? And based upon which exact movie is running, it will be decided by show. Like in that particular show, we are running the Hindi version, or we are running some other version of that particular movie. So it is altogether can be different movie as well, because many of the things
Okay,
will
bro.
change, right? Probably in the dubbed version, right? We are going to have the name of the artist who has dubbed that movie, something like that. So probably we can keep different instances for each and every different language if we are running the dubbed version of a movie. Okay, and then other metadata related to the movie. Have we missed any of the entities? One of the entity, right? Probably the booking, right? Booking is one of the entity which is going to have a booking ID. It is going to have a booking ID, and it is going to have uh, show ID, right? For which show we are exactly booking the movie, and it is going to have the information for the list of seats, right? For which we have booked the seats books, and it is going to have probably the entire amount, right, that we need to pay for this particular stay. And then it is going to have something like booking status, right? Booking status, it is also enum with probably the values as confirmed, pending, something like this. Okay, any other entity that we missed till now? We have seen the book my show system, and then we have seen the theaters, we have seen the auditorium, and we have seen the show, we have seen the seat. Each seat is going and we have seen the movie, and then we have seen the booking as well. Any of the entities that we missed? Okay.
I just have one doubt, bro. So now, like, for example, like, whenever we book a particular ticket, there will be like, say, like, the seat, we can block the particular seat only for, let's say, like 10 minutes or sometime.
Correct.
After that, it will be like automatically unblocked. So now,
Correct.
if there is a requirement where, like, say, like, for given a particular movie, or let's say, like, for a particular theater alone, we want some extra time, or some set of variation. If they are asking for the blocking time, instead of having it as a global, then like where exactly can we have that particular blocking time restriction?
Okay. Now let's understand your requirement first. So the first an initial requirement is we should have some time, and that is the time if I have not completed my transaction in that particular time, the seats will be unblocked, right? This was the initial requirement. Now,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
so if we talk about the initial, and then I'll come to your question as well. So if we talk about this initial requirement, right? This looks like a fit to be attribute at the probably your system, right? Your system is going to have some configurations, right? And based upon that configuration, it needs to have some kind of a period. If the transaction is not completed, you will cancel that particular seat, or you will unblock that seat. Now, what you're trying to say, it should be movie specific, right?
Yes, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So what exactly is the requirement here? For a given movie, you will say, hey, the booking time is going to be 10 minutes, or for some other movie, it is going to be, let's suppose, 15 minutes kind of for that.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. So if we discuss this requirement, right? So what's the reason, or what's the intuition behind this particular requirement?
Okay, so the what I initially thought is that, okay, like in case we are having this particular timing as at global level. So
Mhm.
now, if they want it to segregate, like if they want to attach this particular thing to some of the entity level, like movie or particular theater level.
Mhm.
So if we want to support this, then like where exactly will we be changing the thing? Like in case if we are adding it against the movie, then we'll be having it against the movie column. Is it right? Or let's say like how can we handle this particular thing?
Okay, okay. So in this case, probably when you're trying to say, let's suppose this is also let's come as a requirement, because directly it is not established as requirement, because there is no reason why it should be dependent upon movie. But I'll give you a very valid example. Let's suppose you want to have that information based upon the payment type to payment types, right? probably let's suppose it takes around 5 seconds or 10 seconds for the let's suppose to complete the UPI transaction, but let's suppose it is taking you 2 minutes for the probably completing the net banking transaction, right? So in this case, probably you can keep that expiry time as part of the booking, right? You can
based
create
on
this
the
book.
mode of based on the mode of payment, like we can have the
Yes,
timing also.
correct.
Okay.
So this is going to have this double amount, right? And this is going to have some kind of a payment information. We have not taken it here, but it is going to have some payment, right? Payment, or probably let's suppose the transaction. It is going to have transaction information, right? And then transaction is going to have multiple attributes like the transaction reference ID, payment ID, for which method the payment was invoked. So which is exactly the part of the booking, right? Now, this booking is going to have some initiation time, right? And based upon that payment method and the initiation time, we can figure out till how many seconds we need to block that seat, right? If let's suppose the initiation payment type is let's say on net banking, so we'll keep that timer. So let's suppose 5 minutes. If that is UPI, probably we can keep it to 1 minute, right? And based upon that timestamp, we can unblock the seat. So for seat, it is not going to have any of the information. Let's suppose for the seat, we have taken only the row ID and the column ID. And definitely seat is going to have one more attribute, which is current status, right? So probably seat status or probably Boolean, seat booked, seat available, something like this, right? And as soon as any of the transaction initiates, you are going to block that seat, right? So which is nothing but you will mark that seat availability to false. So no matter what, this seat has no information whether it is blocked by payment or it is blocked completely when the booking has confirmed, right? So this seat is only, hey, I am not available to be booked now. You need to go and check out some other seats, right? Or you need to book some other seats. Now, as soon as one of the booking starts or the booking initiation happen, at that time, the transaction status or the booking status will be pending, right? At that time, you can mark these seats as booked, right? And as soon as the timing expires and the payment confirmation you don't receive in this transaction info, you probably can unblock that seat, right? Based upon that, you can have the information very well based upon either the movie or based upon the payment type, right? Both the things you can have. For the both the things you can have this information. But trust me,
Okay.
if you discuss the requirement, hey, I want to have this requirement based upon the movie, it is not going to make a very valid example, or it is not going to give a very good impression. But giving the reason like, hey, probably I want that time to have based upon the payment method is definitely a great idea, right? Because there are chances that the net banking will be slower than, let's suppose, the UPI payment, right? Or the wallet payment. It can take you time to get the confirmation from net banking, but the wallet confirmation will be pretty instantly, right? Or let's suppose if you are using the Book My Show wallet altogether, right? The confirmation will be within microseconds, right? So the timing can very well vary based upon the payment implementation. So that is a very well asked, right? And this all thing can be handled from this booking class, right? And it is going to have this transaction information.
Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
clear with? Okay, cool. So reference ID, let's suppose reference ID, some payment info. Okay, and then payment is going to have other attributes related to the payment. I'm not going to talk about the payment, but with this, I have discussed this because of this particular requirement that we were discussing, right? Else probably we were skipping the transaction part or the payment part. But if you want to implement that, booking is going to have some information about the transaction. Transaction has something reference ID, payment information, and the payment in itself is a different entity, which is going to have the attribute related to the payment, like what is the mode of the payment, what is the who is the provider of that particular payment, what's the gateway ID or whatever the attributes related to that payment, right? Okay, cool. So we have discussed almost all the entities, right? And then let's start with the contract methods, right? And then we'll see how all these requirements are fulfilled, right? So let's suppose this Book My Show service, which is going to have list of theaters, right? And the contact method, one of the contact method we have listed till now is get all theater in the city, right? Then, and it is going to very well receive just the city name, right? And based upon that, you can query and give the theater. Other thing is, after selecting the city, you are going to see what all movies are there in that city, right? So probably list of theater, or probably, sorry, list of, first list the name, right? So what is the name? What you want to do, you want to get all the movies, right? So get all the movies, right? And what all attribute is going to receive?
City area, city name.
City name, let's suppose. Okay. City name. And any other attribute? For now, let's suppose for the whatever that information we are showing now, we are showing based upon the city name. The segregation we are not doing. So this city can be as small as, let's suppose, probably 4 kilometer, 5 kilometer. Because see, जब भी तो movie booking system में अगर login करोगे, so probably it will be for an area. Let's suppose you are showing all the movies for, let's suppose, the North Bangalore or Bangalore. अगर और granular implementation चाहते हैं, instead of the city we can have the zip code based implementation or some kind of a probably address ID, which is our own concept. जैसे कि हम पूरे एक तरीका क्या implement होता है, we will divide the city in, let's suppose, 4x4 के squares में, right? And based upon that we can have the zone ID and we can implement this with the zone ID. Similar concept will be there, but here for the simplicity we are taking this as the city name, right? अगर ये probably movie probably the pizza delivery और ये रहता, then we needed to segregate into the multiple zones, right? मतलब एक सिटी को मल्टीपल 4x4 स्क्वायर के ब्लॉक में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं या 2x2 के स्क्वायर में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, and based upon that we can figure out the zone ID. For now, we are working only on the city. So any other attribute this API should receive? Get all movies. Any other attribute this particular API requires? Any other input? Or
location based attribute, it should pass the parameters like latitude or longitude or some other.
So yeah, for that only, let's suppose for now we are simplifying and we are keeping only the city, and based upon the city, let's suppose we are able to deduce the longitude and latitude. मतलब पूरी city में एक ही movie run हो रहा होगा, let's suppose, for simplicity. Else we would have taken that zone ID wala concept that we discussed, but that is more applicable towards a design where it is very location specific, जैसे कि delivery system, food delivery system. Those design are too specific for an exact location. For now, here we are just representing the city. Any other attribute apart from the location or city that you think it should have?
Language or something.
Get all movies language. Okay, one of the interesting thing. Language. Okay.
And then based on this genre, like horror or comedy, like.
Okay, okay. Now let's suppose if you want to give this information, right, the genre and the language, right, this is not very well go with the contract of the APIs. Why? See, because kabhi requirement hoga how the flow looks like, how typical book my show flow looks like. You go and select a movie, you go and select a city, right, and then you see list of movies, and from there probably you can set out few of the filters. Hey, I want to see comedy movie, or I want to see, let's suppose, Hindi movie only, right? So that is the filtration that we can do. ये तुम्हारे UI का concept हो सकता है कि you get the entire list and then you can apply the filters, right? Based upon that, you can apply the filters and you can refine those searches. Language in itself can go as one of the requirements, but genre definitely does not work good with the API contract altogether. क्योंकि तुमको सारे मूवीज बुक करने, राइट? तो तुम पहले नहीं बताते हो. अगर तुमसे बुक माय शो आज पूछेगा कि हे सिटी सेलेक्ट करो, फिर लैंग्वेज सेलेक्ट करो, फिर जॉनर सेलेक्ट करो, राइट? सो यू इन इटसेल्फ विल गेट कंफ्यूज, राइट, कि कितने क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है. सो द एपीआई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट शुड बी इन सच अ वे दैट इट्स इज वेरी सिंपल, वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. जब तुम मूवी बुक करने जाते हो, राइट, प्रोबब्ली यू हैव द मूवी नेम इन माइंड, राइट, कि मुझे अभी रूही मूवी देखना है तो रूही मूवी बुक करने जा रहा हूँ. जनरली ऐसा कम होता है कि तुम गए and you saw 10 movies and उसमें से सोच रहे हो कि कौन सा बुक करे randomly you select anyone, right? Plus अगर वो भी
Yeah, bro.
requirement है, in that as well, uh, if you don't know the genre of the movie, right, it can happen. Thriller and the horror thriller are very similar, right? And you in itself are not exactly sure to what is the genre of that movie. You might miss some of the movie, right? So probably genre does not fit well with the API request. So any other input that you think is should have the part should be part of this get all movies?
No, bro, like I cannot think of it. I
Think
guess
of
alone
okay,
should be
okay.
fine.
So it is going to revert with list of movies, right? List of movies. Now I'll tell you one of the things. Probably language also will put as part of the filtration. If you want, as per the discussion, it can also very well be a part of the API. Genre definitely no, but language can come as part of this. Because if you want to decide the flow in such a way that you want to select the language as well, it will come as a parameter, else no. We were missing one of the very important parameter here. That is a date, right? We want a list of all the running movies, right? And if you don't give the date, probably today Rohi movie is running. Let's suppose 1 week after that movie is not running, right? So based upon the date only, you can decide which all movie is running in that particular area, right? In that particular city. So this get all movie is going to have probably the date, right? Date. Or even if you want to refine further, probably you can have the list of date. But I'll keep it as a simple date only because जिस दिन का तुमको select करना है उस दिन का you can show the what all movies are running. Why give the list of date? Because list of date से तुम ये कर सकते हो कि 7 days in advance, मतलब आज से 7 दिन का दिखा सकते हो. 3 days from now, this kind of a requirement can be served, but it can very well go with the date only. ठीक है. You agree why date is a required parameter here?
Yeah, bro, I got it. Like
Okay.
to find out like what and all the applicable like running movies for that particular given time frame. So that we can display
Correct.
only those movies around.
Correct, exactly. And then there can be something like the admin operation. If you are implementing, user authorization mechanism, then probably you are going to have the add theater, right? Add theater, remove theater, right? Okay. Now, what all movies the theater is going to have? What all contract method the theater is going to have? This is going to have get all source, right?
CRUD operations for audits also.
Yeah, correct. CRUD operations for the audit. Let's suppose if you have some admin roles, based upon that we can provide. But if we have not implemented the user-based concept, we can just list down admin and what the operations are related to that. And then probably on the contract side, book my show के साथ से जो requirement है उसमें क्या है? Get all source, right?
Yeah.
Get all source for a audit या get all source. इसमें क्या क्या पैरामीटर हो सकता है? One is definitely only get all source will receive you will revert with, let's suppose, the list of source, right? So let's suppose by default you went to the इसमें दो requirement. First requirement we'll talk about. By default you went to that theater page, right? Sometimes you have the option to search the theater as well. You are very particular about the theater, you are not particular about the movie. So in that case, sometimes you search the theater, right? And you go to only the theater. Now, if you click on the theater, you are going to see the list of all the shows, right, of the theater. So that's what this contract method is for, get all shows, right? Which is going to revert you with the all the shows, right? It is not theater ID, let's suppose. Okay. What are other parameters the theater is going to have? It is get all shows for a movie, right?
given a particular movie like
Correct.
what and all, in which and all area it is showing.
We missed one parameter here as well. Get all source. Theater ID we have passed, right? But we are going to get the list of all the source, right? So we need to pass on some date as well, right? For this date, give me the list of all source that is running, right? So it is going to have some parameter of date as well, right? Yes or no? With this, why this date parameter is required? Because
Yeah, bro.
you want to get all the source from a theater on a particular date, right? So that's what this is going to
Bro,
have a parameter.
but
Yeah,
I just have one doubt. So, like in the initial time itself, you would have segregated those. Like when you come inside the particular screen itself, you would have got all the theaters. Okay, so there you are getting only theaters based on the name. Like you are not getting the movies. Okay, okay, got it. So
correct.
what I thought is that like initially itself you're taking segregating only theaters for which there are movies running for the given date. So, but that is not the scenario. Okay, okay, got it.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Now we have the get all source for movie. So this is going to some receive the information about the movie ID, right? Let's suppose or whatever the parameter we have listed, movie ID, right? And then we are going to have something like this, date, right? On particular date we require all the movies, and then we are going to have some information about the theater. So get all the source. So this is also going to receive return us with list of so, right? Any other, and then admin operation will be add the OD, remove the OD, and whatever, right? Add the show in the movie, delete the show from the, let's suppose, the auditorium, right? So admin operation will be admin, theater admin, because this admin will be different from theater normal admin, right? There is a book my show admin, which is going to have all the operation managed related to the book my show, which is onboarding a new theater, removing some theater from there, and then we are going to have some theater owner, right? जैसे PVR का owner है. अभी जो सबसे पहले admin था, that was the book my show का admin, which is going to manage the book my show system. Then we are going to have some theater admin, which is the nothing but the either the theater owner or someone who is working on behalf of theater owner. So वो क्या कर सकता है? He can add auditorium, he can remove some auditorium, he can add the shows, he can modify the show, he can update the address of the theater, he can update the price of that particular stuff, right? So those all operations he can do. So probably add, remove OD, update address. So I'm not going into details of this because we have not implemented the user, but these are the common methods, right? Add, remove auditorium, then update address, add so, add show, and update show, add seats.
Basically, the entire thread operation.
Correct, entire thread operation
Okay.
for managing the show.
Okay.
And then we are going to have the auditorium or the screen, which is nothing but probably this does not require any of the contract method, because you do the operation on a theater, you don't do operation on an auditorium, right? Because as a user, you only have the knowledge about the theater, you don't have any of the knowledge about the screen, right? After booking the ticket, you know, hey, I have got the ticket in, let's suppose, screen 3 or screen 4, right? So that's why.
Yes, bro. Yes.
So this audio screen does not seems to have any of the contract method, okay? But if we want to have the implementation something like the user can specifically pick which screen, then probably we needed some contract. But as this is not part of the requirement, we will skip that. Okay. So is anyway going to have the methods like the get all the seats, get all seats, right? Which is going to revert you with the list of seat, right? And then for this you are going to have show ID. You're going to have the show ID, and then any other information We don't require the class information because we can get all the seats. If we want, probably we can have the optional attribute for seat class, right? Seat class optional attribute. Why? Because if we want to fetch all the seats of a particular category, then probably we can have one of the optional attribute. If that is not passed, probably we can very well revert with the all the seats. Okay, and we have seen the seat. We have seen the. I guess we're already over time, so I'll stop it here. Okay, and then tomorrow we'll talk about the improvement in the system. Like, what if we want to improve the system? Let's suppose this Book My Show is a movie booking system, right? What if the requirement comes of changing it to a event booking system, or probably a comedy show booking system, or something like that? How probably we can generalize our structure so that all these requirements can be handled? Because that is the typical question to answer in an interview, right? These all this question,
Yeah,
if you
bro.
have this all thing, if you have gone through, probably you can just list down the entity and all this stuff. But that is one of the interesting thing, right? How you will handle that variation. If that question directly comes to you, how you are going to respond to that? We'll see that tomorrow. We'll cover the contract method for some of the pending entities, and we'll see what all improvements we can make into the system. Cool. Any
Okay,
question?
bro. Okay.